Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm going to do a quick September allotment tour. So as I said in a previous video, I think actually I'm now starting to wonder if I actually ever posted that video. But anyway, if I didn't already post it, then I've finally given up the quarter plot and just focusing on this one now. So I've moved everything that I wanted to move, and yeah, it's quite a big relief because it's been a bit difficult juggling two plots at once. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you a tour of the half plot and how it's coming along. I'm quite happy with yeah, what it's looking like at the moment. So yeah, let's get going. So yeah, we moved the storage box up here, which is cool. So I've got everything in there. I was planning originally to get a shed. I don't know if I necessarily want one now, just because I don't want it to take up too much of the patio space. But anyway, I guess that'll be something to think about. Something that's quite cool is because we've finally had a bit of rain, the grass and clover lawn sort of mix has started to germinate. So I've just given this a chop because the problem is the grass is growing a lot faster than the clover. I don't know if you can see the clover in there. Sorry for the children screaming, it's like the allotment site is next to a primary school. So yeah, you can see the clover in there, looking good. The grass was pretty tall, so I've just chopped that back, and yeah, I'm hoping, I mean, if the grass comes to kind of dominate, all I'll do is I'll just keep cutting it and then keep reseeding it with the white clover. So anyway, it's meant to be a slightly more sustainable kind of I don't know, yeah, option if you like. In terms of like having a lawn, the clover does fix nitrogen. In most soils it will fix nitrogen, and also it does obviously produce flowers, which the bees like, which is a lot better than just having grass on its own. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's the little path. I don't know, I was originally going to extend that all the way along there and then like along the back down here and down here. I might do that if I can find like a tool to cut small amounts of grass, because obviously I can't really fit a lawnmower, especially when all the raised beds are up. I can't fit a lawnmower down there, and it would take too long with just like a pair of hand shears. So yeah, see how that goes. But anyway, so this courgette's still going. It kind of stopped for a while, and now it's pumping courgettes back out again. Only small ones because it has been a lot cooler and darker. Yes, got some courgettes. These were cauliflowers, which were netted, but the cabbage white butterflies just kept getting in. It's weird though, because I can't see any now, so I don't know if maybe it's too cold for them, or the birds maybe got them or something. So I might get some cauliflower. This is an onion bed, which if I did post the last video, I mentioned this in. So this has got 24 onion sets in it. You can just see the tops of them like poking out the soil. The variety was called Senshiu, and it was planted. So I'm actually organised now. I'm writing tags, labels. Planted on the 20th of September, so 3 days ago. So I'm hoping these will start to come up over autumn, and then they'll probably stay about the same size in throughout winter, and then in spring they can get going again, which will be pretty cool. So yeah, I filled that one up. I have planted the Asian pear in ground now, which I'm quite excited about because it was a really delicious fruit. So yeah, see how that goes. I don't really want it to get massive though, so I am going to have to keep pruning it. A few different things are going to be like that. Some of the in-ground fruit trees, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be alright. Lovely Verbena here, which is doing really well. Definitely keeping that in there. It'll probably die back over winter, but it should come back. Oh yeah, I've got some carrots. I forgot about that. I forgot about these carrots. I've actually got some carrots in ground here, just at the back. Again, maybe like early spring, I might have like some decent roots. This Musa Banana, has done really well. It was really neglected. It only had like one leaf on it, I think, when I planted it. It's put out quite a few new leaves. I was going to take that out. What I might do now is just see if I can wrap, like, you have to kind of cut the leaves off and then you wrap the stem in like some fleece and some bags and stuff so that it doesn't get wet or cold, because I think it'd probably survive that bit staying where it is. It would save me having to try and find somewhere to store it, because that's the main thing, because I don't have a shed at home. I've got a greenhouse but I can't fit everything in there, so I don't have places to store stuff. So this is our Chinese cabbage. I think they call it Napa cabbage or Wongbok. Chinese leaf, there are lots of names for it. This again did get eaten. I don't know if that is a cabbage white. My entomology skills are not particularly fantastic, so I have no idea. But yeah, it seems to be alright now. Again, they seem to have disappeared. The ones that are actually under the net seem to look worse, which is a bit weird, so I have to look under there in a minute. Kale, probably, what was it called? Might have been like Tuscan black or something like that, or I don't know, actually I can't remember. But yeah, that's doing pretty well, so hopefully over winter I'll be able to pick some leaves off of these, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, moving around, I mean that apple tree was already there. I've pruned the apple, the big apple and the big pear, so they're actually quite short now. Well, not short, but they're, I don't know, maybe 7-8 foot. They're kind of more of a manageable size, and they don't shade the neighbour's plot so much, which is good for them. Moving around, that's green gauge, which is going to be put in ground. Not looking very healthy, but most of the trees that I've transplanted have had quite a shock. Spartan Apple seems to be coping brilliantly with being moved. So it seems to be a really decent variety, you know. It's got good fruits, good amount of fruits, which I've harvested all of them now, and yeah, it's doing pretty well. Beretta Fig, which is going in ground, holding on to one little main crop there. Oh, just knocked that off. Probably not going to ripen that, that's fine. Got some compost heaps. So Ronde de Bordeaux fig, which I am probably going to be planting in ground, because I really want to see if I can get main crop figs outside in the UK, and this is a very early variety, so hopefully that works. So I've just planted this raised bed as well. All I've done is I've actually just filled up 2 big wheelbarrow full of wood chips, and then filled this up maybe 2/3, and then what I did is I like went to the wood chip pile, dug right down, and then found basically the much more like dark, crumbly, semi-decomposed wood chips, which actually, when you break them up, like, it's really lovely organic matter. So I've just topped it off with that, and I've planted purple sprouting broccoli. Basically, I was just copying my girlfriend because she bought some, and I was like, oh, got to get some of that. I don't know if it's probably meant to have a variety, unless it's just that is the variety. But yeah, I've netted that not very well. I need to do it properly. I need to buy some more nets, to be honest. But I have run out of money because of plants and the rescue dog, various other things. So that'll have to wait. That's the it's really beautiful actually. Wow. It's Burr Hardy pear, which is looking really beautiful. The pears off of this tree this year were were pretty disgusting, to be honest. They're like really weird bitter taste, and I think and I hope that it's just because of the drought. So I'm hoping, you know, the next year it'll put out some good fruits, because it's meant to be one of the best tasting pears. You know, I bought it because of that, but I think it just couldn't cope with the drought. And then the newest thing that I planted, which I'm really excited about, and I shouldn't have bought because, like I said, I didn't really have any money. I've kind of borrowed it off of myself from another account, and I've got to pay it back. Is this banana? Well, I don't know if it's technically a banana. It's Ensete. I think I don't know if the species name is Ensete Morellii or if Morellii is the variety name of it. But anyway, it's something like that, and it's like so beautiful. I did have one of these ages ago, which I had when I was bedbound on my windowsill, and it did all right, but then it got really attacked with like aphids and stuff, and it just didn't survive. So I bought this one yesterday, and I had to carry it. It doesn't look like that big from here, but especially when it was in the pot, which obviously gives it like an extra foot almost, it was huge, and it was like I had to cycle about 7 kilometers, although I did have my electric bike, which was obviously a big help. But yeah, that was a nightmare carrying that back. And then I had to carry it down to the allotment as well on my bike. So but anyway, that's again, I do want there to be a kind of oriental Japanesey sort of feel to it, like kind of subtropical almost. So the Ensete and the Musa Banana, along with the cannas that are sort of over there, and various other plants that I'm going to get, I'm hoping that will really give it that feel, like really lush tropical kind of oriental style feel. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing really. And then yeah, just sort of maintaining stuff. I mean, like the espaliers are doing pretty well. I mean, the Herefordshire russet apple lost pretty much all its leaves, but that's okay. I'm hoping it will come back next year quite strong. I do need to I need to tighten the cables and then redo some of these knots and stuff to get the branches in the right place. But yeah, overall I'm really happy with how things are coming on, and I'm kind of relieved to just be working on this plot now, because I feel like it's a lot more manageable. So yeah, over the next couple of months I'm going to be planting the trees that are still in pots, and then I'm going to be, at some point I need to actually get round to making the other raised beds. You know, I've cut some of them to length and stuff, but yeah, it's been so busy like moving everything up here that I just hadn't had the chance. So that's going to be the plan, and then hopefully I'll have like quite a fairly like formal middle section with like a nice pattern of raised beds, and then all around the edges, yeah, just these like ornamental plants and flowers. And I bought quite a lot of tulips and daffodils and stuff, which are going to be going like along there and sort of in the kind of borders. I do need to figure out how to sort of sneak in a few extra little raised beds in the borders for veg, because I don't think I'll have enough space if I just grew it in the central section. Just because there's so many different things I want to try. It's I think in this middle section I'd fit about 10 raised beds, and I kind of need like quite a few more than that. So yeah, so yeah, that's about it really. I'll stop the video now, because otherwise I'll talk for blimmin' ages. Lots of love guys, lots of peace. I hope you're doing well, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon.